Hey everyone, we're going to have a little teardown today, and by little I mean little. This is a tire air pressure sensor from the tire pressure monitoring system out of our RAV4. It's actually wifey's car, and we had to get this replaced because apparently at some point the valve stem here broke where the threaded part is, and we think it might have happened when we went through a car wash because you know it's got like those spinning things with like all the brushes on it, and we think it might have gotten caught or something and it just yanked on it and like busted it right off. So we ended up having to get it replaced. They put in a brand new one and I managed to get the old one back, so we're gonna crack it open and see what's in it. I don't think there's anything, it's not potted inside because it actually sounds like it might be hollow. You know, we're expecting to see maybe a couple batteries. I'm guessing that these two bulges right here are probably like 2 lithium batteries or whatever, like those coin cells. And then like a little circuit board, maybe like a little glob top microprocessor or whatever, and then like, you know, we'll see like maybe some antennas or something. According to this out the outside right here, I'm guessing it runs at, or it sends signals out at 315 megahertz from what it says right there, and then it's just got some other information on here, which I have no idea what it means. One of those is probably the model number. I don't know. TRW here on the bottom, and it's like a little QR code here. So I'm going to try to pry it open with the flathead and see if we can get this, well, at least this white piece to come right off. Alright, let's take a crack here. Hopefully I don't jam something into my hand or fingers. And it's pretty tough, and I mean I would expect it to be kind of hard to do because you don't want this thing falling apart on you, you know, in the middle of driving. I may even have to resort to getting the Dremel out and just kind of cutting the edges open that way, because this doesn't seem to be doing much. I mean, I can kind of get it into that slot, but it's just not prying open or anything, and it's not really going in much deeper than that. Oh, I just heard something. Sounded like there was some built-up pressure in there or something. I heard some air like kind of rush out. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to resort to the Dremel on that one. Oh, nope, there it goes. It's coming right. It's coming open, so this should just pop off. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Well, we're right about the one battery, at least. So there's that one battery here. There's the board, and I'm guessing that this should just probably pop out. I don't think it should take much to get it open or to get it out of there. Let's see. Doesn't really seem to be coming out there. Wondering if maybe we need to unsolder that one or something. That probably goes to something, so let's suck the solder out of that. While I'm waiting for the solder sucker to heat up, I just noticed that there's a hole right here, so that's probably where the air pressure is sensed from. So, you know, this is inside the tire. As it's filled up with air, you know, it's pushing up against in there, so right underneath that is probably where the pressure sensor is going to be. So we're going to see that once we pop it out. I'm just waiting for the sucker to heat up so that I can remove that one pin right there. And the battery is just a BR2450A 3-volt lithium battery. So, you know, it's meant to last for quite some time. You don't want this thing, like, you know, dying on you like in a year or something. Alright, I got the solder off of that pin, so I think this should just come out now. It seems to be lifting up fairly easily. And there it goes. And that's it. Really not a whole lot in here. I was expecting maybe a little bit more, but apparently this chip right here, it's all purpose made then, so it's, you know, it senses the tire pressure, and at the same time it's also the transmitter, and it actually appears like maybe that pin right there goes to the valve stem here, and it acts as an antenna. And if this camera would focus, because that's the pin it was soldered to, and that looks like it just comes right up here. It's part of that, so that acts as the antenna for the rest of the system, and it's all just kind of built in there. It's got this what looks like it might be some sort of inductor of some sort, or a cap. Not entirely sure on that one. So there's a closer look at that IC. It's Infineon part. It's SP. It says SP31. Although when I looked it up on Infineon's website, all I could find was SP37 series parts, and nothing with that specific part number right off the bat. So I don't know, I might have to look a little bit better and see if I can find anything. I thought that maybe that top one was a part number, but I guess not. There's the hole for where the pressure sensor is. You can't really see very much in there, but it's a 14-pin part, so there's 7 right there and there's 7 on the top. Up here we have a little oscillator, what it looks like. Well, I mean, it appears that way because of the fact that it's got at least, well, actually, yeah, it looks like it's using all four pins on that. You can see that there's one line that comes in from underneath here, and I'm guessing that probably goes to up there, so it's using all 4. Got a resistor and a cap right there off to the side, a little 10K resistor or a 100K resistor, little capacitor there, another little capacitor here. There's really not a whole lot on this board. Capacitors, caps, this whole section right here would be part of the RF section, and there's a little inductor right there in the center, and then all this stuff right here would be for the output. Got a cap right there, and then that's where the antenna was at, and these are the 2 contacts for the batteries. So when that would be the positive side right there coming in. That pretty much all goes straight into the IC here, and then there's this that I'm not entirely sure what it is. Maybe it's some sort of like a magnetic sensor or something, so that it senses when the vehicle is actually moving. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if I can find any information on this IC after I do this, but yeah, like I said, really not a whole lot in here. I was expecting maybe a little bit more, but it's pretty much that this IC is just purpose built for this, so there's really not a whole lot else that needs to be on this board. On the bottom there's not a whole lot, just there's just these 3 test points. Everything else is just pretty much just the ground plane, as you can see. So not a whole lot to look at. Yeah, I was really expecting there to be just like maybe like a separate sensor, then like a microcontroller for, you know, like sending all the data out and all that stuff like that, but no, everything's built into this one chip. On the casing here we can see that there's this little gasket that sat between the pressure sensor and that hole on the outside. I'm guessing the reason there was a little bit of pressure buildup in here is maybe because when like the tires inflated, maybe like a little bit would like kind of leak in through here, and you know, would just kind of pressurize the inside here, and once the pressure on here was the same as the pressure on the outside, you know, pretty much it was equalized, and then once this was removed, all the pressure that was still built up in here kind of kept the sensor sealed up against that gasket. So that's why when I cracked it open, I heard like a little tss. So there we are. Not the most exciting teardown in the world, but if you're like me that was kind of curious to know what was inside of one of these things, there you go. So I hope you found that kind of interesting, or not, either way. But again, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.